Jeffrey Seif here. I was talking to a friend some time back who was somewhat startled. I'd mentioned in conversation that Zola Levitt Presents was changing the name. And there was, the air was sucked out of the room. I followed by, something changed 14 years ago, not just 14 days ago. That is that Zola went on to be with the Lord. And what Zola Levitt Presents was presenting our Jewish roots. I didn't even come up with a name, but I just really thought it worked. I'll let the powers that be decide that.
It's always been one of the taglines for the ministry.
Right.
So it's not like it's this huge shock of, what are you doing? It's been part of the title.
Right. I don't think someone would say, look, you're being disrespectful. There's a lot of people fall in love with a person. You know, they love the pastor, not just the name of the church, and you get used to the voice.
I'm a pastor's son from a little town in Indiana. Kirsten is a minister of music's daughter. We never dreamed that we would be a part of a ministry like this. But I think there's some prophetic in that we were called, not just happened to be here at this desk, but we were called by God to learn about our Jewish roots through Christianity.
Right, and I think that started, honestly, was it 10 years ago, was our first trip to Israel.
Right.
And we went, and our tour guide is teaching us all these things we never heard once in the church. And I'm not trying to cut the church, but it started a desire within our hearts, literally, to learn about our Jewish roots.
I mean, see, you don't present to this desk, you're not pretending to be an expert in Jewish roots. You're an excited student of it all.
Right.
And even the off-camera conversations that we've had, just through time and circumstance, you gave voice with excitement to wanting to learn this stuff.
Right. Questions. We have questions.
Right.
Yes. And
That the church has.
Right.
That Christians, that you probably, you're watching this program, or our program, I know you're watching this on social media, but I would hope that you have questions. How many times we've been there? Maybe 8, if not more. Every single time we go, we learn something new. So some of you can't go to Israel. That's why in this program and through your incredible wisdom, and I'm not just trying to go like that, but I am, but with your insight.
I'll pay you later.
I'll take it. That we're learning so much. And we can't understand so much of our Bible and so much of what we do every Sunday if we don't understand where it came from.
So it's an interesting dynamic. You guys, in effect, are neophytes, new to the game, if you will.
Right.
And by way of contradistinction, I've been in this vocationally for 30 years, never mind when I began the journey. The word scholar, by the way, comes from a Latin word meaning in school. That is to say, I'm a student of all this stuff too. But it's an interesting balance. You present with your enthusiasm and your wow, and I'm still enthusiastic about it, but I'm just pulling out stuff out of the files that have been there for a while.
We just have to know that God prepared this season for this ministry with the 3 of us sitting here. We can't believe that we're a part of it. Every time we leave this desk, we thank the Lord that we're a part of it, and we're just continuing.
Right, continuing, and I hope you journey with us. And I know you have all this knowledge in there. We have knowledge, church knowledge, but now together, as representing Christians, all of you out there, we want to pull that out of you and out of the ministry, not in a negative way, but we want to learn. We're hungry for the scholarly learning that you bring.
You're kind, thank you. And one point to pivot from that and close, and that is that there's no disrespect to Zola Levitt intended. Zola went on to his reward some 14 years ago. And this organization isn't cavalier about and casual about wanting to push off and just push him out of the way. He is represented, part of the DNA, part of the gene code, but it's just a fact of life. People move on, and we have to move on with it, and that has been duly noted. Not because I've been pushing it behind the scenes. I'm content to take whatever the organization gives me. I didn't ask for a name change. I was invited to come and teach, and the hearts were invited to come and share and work with me in this endeavor. And they felt called, and I felt called, and hopefully you feel called to help us. Thank you in advance.
Thank
God bless.
you.
Shalom.
Bye-bye.